We can use the calculator to help us with scientific notation as well. When entering numbers into a calculator that are in scientific notation, you can use the EE button, both capital. It means times 10 to the power of. So this button eliminates the times 10 of a number in scientific notation. It's right here located in the calculator, usually next to your parentheses above your number keys. So for example, 9 times 10 to the 8th is entered into the calculator using the 9 button, the EE button, and the 8 button, and shows up at the top as 9E8. We have to think that calculators can help when making calculations in scientific notation, but we want to know when it's most helpful to use the calculators and think of the limitations it may have. We're going to look at a couple examples here of how to enter them into the calculator. So use the EE button to determine its value of these numbers in standard form. So here you would want to enter 4 times 10 to the second would be 4 EE and 2, which would equal on your screen should be 400. For B, 5.7 times 10 to the negative 3, you would want to enter as 5.7 EE negative 3, which should show up on your screen as 0.0057. For C, 9.87 times 10 to the 4th, you want your coefficient 9.87. Then the EE button, and 4 as your exponent, which should read on your calculator 98,700. And finally, D, you want to include your coefficient 1.43. Use your EE button and your exponent of negative 1, which should read on your calculator on your screen as 0.143. When reading a calculator that has a number in scientific notation already, again, we have to remember that the E on the screen, for example here, this E, stands for times 10 to the power of. So which number written in standard form represents the number in the calculator to the right? So first, it's best to note what it would be in our scientific notation. You would have your coefficient of 3.2. The E would represent times 10 to the power of, and here the 9 is that exponent. So 3.2 times 10 to the 9th is going to be 3,200,000,000 and include 7 zeros after the 3 and the 2. Again, we can look at our calculator and have to remember that the E is still times 10 to the power of even if the exponent is negative. So which number written in standard form represents the number in the calculator below? Again, scientific notation, it would be 4.21 times 10 to the negative 11 power. So that's a really, really small number. It would be 0.10 zeros. And 4, 2, 1. So again, it's much easier to read on the calculator with the E instead of having 10 zeros. It might not even fit all the way on your screen.